Hey there, just wanted to show you different types of tongs that are available. Most of you who have grills probably have one or two of these. As I've been smoking for a few years now, I've noticed that different tongs are good for different applications. So I figured I'd go over those and show you which ones work best for meat smoking. So these are the typical ones that people have. They usually come in like a big kit, you know, with corn cob holders and spatulas and knives and all sorts of stuff. So these are fine. The thing I've noticed is when I'm using them to carry a big cut of meat, you can see how they bend a little bit. The problem that I run into is I don't really feel that confident with them. And in fact, I've had meat slip out from between them, and I can't really get a good grip on them. So these are sturdy enough, but the little bit of flex gives me, it makes me feel uneasy using them. The next ones are basically very similar to that. They're kind of the cheaper version, I guess. Plastic handles. The problem with these is similar, but it's a little bit more dramatic. If I do this on my hand, you can see all of a sudden now they've flexed and they've bent. So that's not good, especially when you're talking about 10, 15, 20 or more dollar cut of beef that you're working with. So if you have something like a tri-tip or a brisket or things like that, these tend to run in a little bit of problems with that. This is my favorite kind right here. They're sturdier. You can see all of these look pretty much the same. But the thing that's great about this is that the larger sheet of metal has been bent to reinforce this, so these aren't going anywhere. These end pieces can flex a little bit, but that's not really the concern nearly as much as this part bending, because most of the pressure is going to be back here when you're carrying something. So these are nice. Grabbing something, I feel totally confident. I've never had this distance be an issue for me in terms of picking up a cut. If I'm doing something bigger like a ham, then I'll use either a large fork and then another hand or multiple things like that. So this has worked great for me. The other thing I love is how versatile it is for grilling. I just leave it closed and clamped on the grill space, like the shelf on the side, and then just hit it on my leg and then it opens up. I like that because it's not taking up more space than it needs to where I'm working. And then the last kind, these are, I don't know, a lot of times you see them with, you know, serving salad or at a buffet line. These actually work really well when it comes to picking them up with smoking. So these aren't a terrible option. You're not over enough heat to cause an issue. When you're grilling, it is a problem because these get hot. And then the thing that is a nuisance is this little clasp that's meant to keep them nice and closed in your drawer. Sometimes as you're working with them, you put something down and it slides down a little bit and clamps shut. So you have to, not a big deal, but just something that makes these a little bit less helpful. So this is my favorite type. It's not a specific brand. Doesn't really matter in my view. I'm sure there are some that are built better than others, but overall I love the lock and I love the fact that this is reinforced. So if you find yourself working with a lot of large cuts of meat, which you typically do while meat smoking, a type of tong that has a more reinforced bar on it is going to be your better option. Hope that's helpful.